Welcome Aquarius to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 30th of September for the Ascendant, the Sun or the Moon. If you've yet to order your year 2025 personal horoscope forecast, if you do so now, you'll get the rest of year 2024 free, 30% off, and also your life roadmap report. Please see the link beneath this video for more. There's a duality to your sign. On one hand, your traditional ruler, Saturn, gives you an appreciation of continuity. And of course, you are a fixed sign. So what you feel particularly comfortable with is not something that you easily give way on. But also, your other ruler, Uranus, is much more progressive. So that can create a little bit of a tension between staying with what you know or being more experimental. But as this week begins, as the Sun aligns with Mercury in a perfect cazimi, it's really pushing you to be much more experimental, not just this week, but over the next 6 months. Now that can be around travel, higher education. It can be in terms of trying to make your life much more spontaneous. Things that have served a very strong purpose for you in terms of creating the fabric of your existence, if they have become a little bit too familiar, what starts to happen is we can then become rather listless and bored. And if that does call out to you, it's a great opportunity this week to shake things up. But it does mean pushing back against that more Saturnian energy, which is interesting because Saturn actually is going to have a very powerful impact this week in its own right beyond your rulership. But the solar eclipse, which occurs on Wednesday, also very close to Mercury, but also the South Node. If you have had a little bit of a blockage about certain destinations in terms of travel, certain modes, perhaps to do with learning, if you haven't quite fulfilled your true potential, you may find yourself checking out some courses and fresh approaches which can be really enlivening for you. But if you retreat into what you know, things might not break through quite as dynamically as they could do. But also on Monday, your traditional ruler Saturn forges a very solid link to Mars. If you are trying to work on your resources, work on the foundations of your life, and Saturn's been pushing you to do that since March 2023, and it hasn't always been easy. There's been some headwinds. You're going to get an extra sense of determination to really get on top of all of this, and that may come from new knowledge and information from the cazimi, but also the solar eclipse. If you download that, that can help you to make some very informed choices. And by the end of the week, as Venus, which is in a gorgeous part of your scope in terms of how you connect with people in a position of influence, so if you are trying to negotiate a new role for yourself, chances are you can come across as a solid citizen, but also imaginative. So in a way, Aquarius, what this week is asking you to do is to embrace both sides of your nature, the progressive side that Uranus gives you, but also the side that Saturn gives you, but maybe with some amendments. So fresh information, fresh approaches, and not just this week, but over the next half year, could see some kind of very exciting development.